Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. It's TPM5 here, back again with another NBA video. In today's video, I'm going to be talking about the Utah Jazz and if I think they're contenders for the NBA title. As you guys know, the Utah Jazz finished the year with a 52-20 record, which was the best in the Western Conference, and also good enough to be the best record in the NBA as a whole. The Utah Jazz have been led by the same familiar faces in Donovan Mitchell, Rudy Gobert, and also they have the presence of Mike Conley. However, the Utah Jazz kept their roster mostly the same, and as you guys know, the Utah Jazz blew a 3-1 lead in the first round last year against the Denver Nuggets, which resulted in a Game 7 loss when they lost 78-80, with the Mike Conley shot rimming in and out, and Donovan Mitchell falling to the floor in disbelief. Now, many people in the NBA community believe the Jazz are still, for lack of a better term, frauds, and might not actually play up to the standard that they did in the regular season. However, in this video I want to make the case for the Utah Jazz to win the NBA title, and also point out any flaws in the Utah Jazz which could prevent them from winning the NBA title. Now, if you guys are new around here, please make sure to like and subscribe. I make NBA content for the most part. Without further ado, let's keep going. Now, the Utah Jazz won 8 more games this season than they did last year, which was a jump that not many people in the NBA community expected. Donovan Mitchell has been his normal self, averaging 26 points per game, along with 4 rebounds and 5 assists per game. Rudy Gobert has been that same presence down low, averaging 14 points and 14 rebounds per game, with just under 3 blocks per game as well. And the rest of the roster is very well rounded, with there being another 4 players besides them in double digits for points per game. The Utah Jazz this season, and as seasons in the past as well, have prided themselves on a high defensive rating. This season, the Utah Jazz are the 3rd ranked team in the NBA when it comes to that metric, at 107.5. This isn't really a surprise, as they did keep Rudy Gobert, who was a key aspect of that, and Royce O'Neal has been playing very well this season as well, as he can guard the perimeter and also guard a bit on the inside as well. And as cringy and cliche as it sounds, defense does win championships, and the Jazz do have that side of the floor down pat. Obviously, against certain teams, defense won't help them, in my example being if they make it to the NBA Finals, they're not really going to be able to beat the Nets by defending. They probably will have to outscore them. On the other side of the ball, the Utah Jazz are ranked 4th in the NBA when it comes to offensive rating, behind the likes of the Brooklyn Nets, Portland Trail Blazers, and the LA Clippers, some of the league's premier offensive teams. The Jazz currently sit at a ranking of 116.5 when it comes to defensive ranking, and coach Quinn Snyder has been helped by the likes of Jordan Clarkson and Joe Ingles, who are most likely to be 1st and 2nd in the 6th Man of the Year voting. Another reason for their high offensive rating is their ability to knock down the 3-point shot at an elite level, with their team as a whole shooting 39% from 3 and their starters shooting a staggering 40%. Couple this with their ability to keep the opponent teams to 34% from 3 per game. It gives the Jazz a good opportunity to beat their teams and outscore them at a high level, which they have done all year, by making the 3-point shot and then defending the 3-point shot on the other side of the ball. The Utah Jazz sat atop of the Western Conference for most of the year, with their best month being January, as they recorded an 11-game winning streak, and the Utah Jazz set a new franchise record for consecutive victories at home, with that being 21, and at one point they had a record of 23-5 at home. Seeing as this offseason is going to be played with crowds, the Utah Jazz will receive a boost when it comes to their home court advantage, as they are the 1st seed, meaning that any series they play in the NBA, because they did finish with the highest record, they will have home court advantage, which obviously is a big boost given that they're just about to welcome more fans back to the arenas. Now, when it comes to the playoffs, the Utah Jazz will be playing the Memphis Grizzlies in the first round, which shouldn't really be an issue seeing as they swept them in the season series. So let's just say they win that in 5 games. I'd say Ja probably is good enough to pinch a game. They will end up playing the winner of the Mavericks and Clippers. Now, Dallas leads the series 1-0. However, many people are going to expect the LA Clippers to win, which creates a rather nervous matchup for the Utah Jazz. I say nervous because we haven't exactly had a large sample size of these two teams playing each other at full strength. The Utah Jazz won the season series 2-1. However, in one of the games, the Clippers didn't even have Paul George or Kawhi Leonard. And in the other 2 games, both teams were at full strength. However, they split the games 1 apiece. given the Clippers actually do beat the Mavericks, that will set up the second round matchup between these two teams. And I think that in terms of talent, I think that the Clippers do have them beaten, and it'll be a very good matchup. But I can't really see the Jazz beating the Clippers. And even if they're on the other side of the bracket, they would have to play one of Denver or the Lakers, with the Denver Nuggets being the one of the three teams I've mentioned the most likely for them to beat. Sadly for the NBA's best team record-wise, it looks like the Utah Jazz won't be going as far in the playoffs as many would have hoped, and what they would be hoping for themselves. I really hope they prove me wrong, as they do have the firepower and the depth, and also the commitment on the defensive side of the ball to win big in the playoffs. However, I just can't see it happening. But that's it for the video, guys. Comment what you thought of the video, comment what you think the Jazz will do this offseason. Now, thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel, and have a great day or night, guys. Thank you guys for watching. See you guys in the next video. Goodbye.